We're on the Vmax R55 Pro 3200 watt scooter. I'm on my way to work right now, and if you guys haven't seen my review video, you guys can watch it after you see this video. But this is my second video on this scooter. The reason why I'm making a second video is because we're gonna have to check out the tail lights that are integrated into the deck. We're gonna have to check out the headlights that are up here as well. And then I just kind of want to see the range, because we're going to do exactly about 9.5 miles going back and forth to work, and we're going to see where we end up at. Right now I'm at 100%, if you guys can see that. And one cool thing I didn't mention in my review video, it comes with a very, very cool app that allows you to see your percentage and see the miles that you have left to go. Like right now it says I have 35 miles, but it's also going to depend on, you know, your weight. I'm 170 pounds, and your train, if you're going up and down hills, exactly, you know, what's going on with that. Dashboard will tell you everything on here, your record, your altitude, average speed. Then your trips, they also download maps on here, and basically you can route yourself wherever and it will record your trip, which is really cool. It's not something I would personally use, but I mean, if you are someone that really wants to navigate and have your phone up here on a mount and see your ride and be able to share it with your friends, that's pretty cool. You can also get updates for the scooter through the app as well. So one thing the company wanted me to mention to you guys is that in my review video, I didn't talk too much about how you can adjust the brake levers to kind of help with the regen. I actually did adjust them, I just didn't mention it in the review, but they are still too sensitive for me. I've done as much as I can, and they have gotten better as the brake pads have kind of worn down, because I feel like the brake pads are like really sticking as well. But still, the regen on this thing, you got to get used to the brakes. They're just a little too touchy. We're gonna take a little shortcut. Woo! Front tires always peeling out everywhere I go. I like it though. It's not unsafe. It barely peels out, and it gets traction pretty good after about like 10 miles an hour, compared to some other scooters I've been on that just peel out until like 20 miles an hour and they just slide all over the place. This one actually does a pretty good job of feeling very, very stable. And the top speed is pretty cool. I mean, 34 miles an hour is pretty good. You can definitely keep up with traffic. That's one thing I do love about it, is that every time you're at a light, especially if you're in a small area like a city that has light back to back to back, you're always going to be able to stay up with traffic all the time. It's just you're not going to be able to stay up with them top speed wise, because most of the time it's about 40 to 45 miles per hour on these roads. So you're going to be going a little bit slower than them, but small areas, cities, this is going to be great. And you can see right now we're doing 34 miles an hour. No issue whatsoever. That's what this is rated for. I have the speed limiter unlocked. It goes up to 61 point something miles per hour. You do have to change it from kilometers per hour to miles per hour. That's something you can like easily do. And I guess the only biggest complaint I had about this thing is the handlebars are very low. So trying to see the display, you kind of sometimes want to bend it up. Even for me at 5'9", I just feel like the handlebars are too low, and there's no adjustments. They just have these two screws right here. There's no way to angle it at all either. The bars do have a little bit of a rise to them, so you kind of move them back and forth if you want. But there's no way to lift this whole setup. So I'm kind of like disappointed that there is no way to adjust any of this. But you can go down to a bicycle store and get a stem, and then you can, you know, figure that out. Let's see if we can stay up with traffic. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. We out of here, baby, until they come and pass us. I also brought my aftermarket light. This is from Electric e-bike company. And there we go. Dang, man, people are flying. You gotta be careful. I brought it because I really don't think these lights are great. And you better hurry up, Audi. You had to fly past me to get in the turn lane, buddy. Thanks. I don't think these lights are gonna be great. I am going to try them out for like a mile after we get off of work, and I'll see, but I think we're gonna have to resort to an aftermarket light. I did see that they had a different model that the Ninja just got. He's another YouTuber that's right by me. Here's a good thing, I get to pass all this traffic. Screw you people that just flew past me. Anyways, he got a lower end model. It's not as fast as this one. It only went like 24 or 26 miles an hour. But he had a nicer headlight on that one. So I'm kind of not sure exactly why. Woo! Going uphill, this thing peels out. I'm not exactly sure why they put these integrated lights into this one. And he got a better headlight on this lower model. But look, check this out. 30 miles an hour coming up an overpass. It's great. It has all the power you need. It's not gonna be as comfortable as an e-bike though, being able to sit down. You gotta be standing up, so you're really gonna feel some fatigue, especially in your legs, your calves, and everything like that. Dang, all right, everyone's speeding. What's up with this? I will catch up to you guys, don't worry. How fast am I going downhill? So it won't allow you to go any faster. I tried this before in my review video, and you just can't go over 34 miles an hour. I wish you could, but that's the max speed, even though I was going down an overpass and I was already at max speed. That's crazy. The suspension feels like it's getting better on this scooter. Something I wanted to point out, because the scooter needs about 50 miles to break in, so it feels a lot more comfortable. Right now it feels a little jarring, but it definitely feels better than the first like 10 miles I had it. We're at it. Dang, that truck was loud for no reason. He's barely moving. I gotta say though, I'm very impressed with how quick the scooter is for being 48 volt. Normally a scooter like this would be about 52 volts. And this thing holds its own. It's not bad. I would highly suggest getting it when it's on sale though. I would not buy this thing at like $1,900. Definitely try to get it right now as it's 1,500 bucks. And I can save you guys 10% on this scooter as well if you use the links down in the description. Go check those out if you're interested in it. At least like add it to the checkout, add my coupon code, and then see if the price is worth it for you, because you might be surprised. This is a perfect scooter to get back and forth to work. It's not too fast, not too slow. I love the fact that the deck is so wide, so I can put my feet like wherever I want, and hopefully no one hits me, because this truck is way out here. Holy moly. All right, I'm gonna have to get in the street. Please, no one hit me. I don't even want to look behind me. I gotta watch out for cars like this that are on the side roads. Okay, gotta get back in the road again. All right, we should be good now. No more cars. Woo-hoo-hoo. I really like this thing for traveling though. It's cool. The biggest thing about this scooter is the fact that 34 miles an hour with 3,200 watts of power, peak power anyways, is that it weighs like 62 pounds, which is absolutely insane. And you can fold it up, and it's as small as the ones that you would rent like from the Bird scooters, the San Francisco ones. It's that tiny. The fact that it goes this fast and you can like put it wherever, it's pretty nice. Let's go this way. Go on the road. Not as fast to stay up in the road, but for little short trips, if there's no traffic, you might be able to ride in the street for just a tad bit, unless you have some 25 or 30 mile per hour roads. Over here, it's about 40 to 45. Got to be on the street real quick and get off. And let's hope this white car doesn't hit us. All right. Thanks, brother. Really appreciate it. A little tired, but we made it. I got up late for work. Oh, I should mention that little circle right there next to the D. The D means dual motor. The circle means that the app is connected. So the app is reading everything going on right now. And it says we're at 80%. When I pulled up, it said like 80-something%. And it looks like it was going down, which is super weird. We're not even on it. Oh, there we go. It's going up, 81%. I did have to charge this when coming to work, only because it was at 54%, I believe, and I had to do the same amount of trip, and I was gonna use the lights as well at night. I don't think it would have made it. I might have got stranded, and I couldn't take that chance, especially since I ride at 1 in the morning. I did not want to get stranded that late getting home. But all right, I will see you guys at nighttime. And this is where we're gonna be able to check out the lights. We have a dedicated light button right there. You can see those right down there. They're like pure white. And then you also have some brake lights back here, if you can see those. I think the brake lights look pretty good, but I'll see you guys in a second when it's dark out. Give me about 9.5 hours, 5 seconds for you. Oh, so it's push start. So as soon as you push it and you use the throttle right there with your thumb, so you at least have to go like 1 or 2 miles per hour for it to activate. And it will take off pretty good. So just be a little careful. So yeah, push off with your foot so you get the thing moving, and then then the throttle will work.
Oh fucking shit!
He's about to go down.
Oh fuck!
You got this. You got this.
Hit 40.
He said it's too fast.
It's too fast.
Have you been on the scooter before?
I've never, no.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you gotta try it out.
I've been on a moped before.
Oh, those things are fun. Mopeds are cool.
Mopeds are cool.
I feel like I'm gonna fly out. I'm scared.
Alright, let me see.
I'm scared. It's too fast for me. Go ahead. No.
Try it out, man. Try it out.
That's too fast.
Yeah. I can feel the throttle.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Ooh.
There we go. There we go. Oh, someone's coming to ask us if we're still open. No, he's flying, man. He's gone.
Those are so small.
Yeah, but it makes it nice to like turn and whatnot.
It's squeaky too.
Yeah, I noticed the brake rotor's like rubbing, so I need to line those up. Oh, here. Want to try it? All right. All right, guys. Let's get on the way and go. I got the lights on, if you guys can see that. I should have had them on when my coworkers were riding it, but they're on now. So we're gonna see how they are when we go down the street before I turn on my aftermarket one that I have on the handlebars. So we gotta get out of here. Dang, we moving. Can you get on the other side of the road, buddy? Hopefully you guys can see the screen okay, because it is very, very bright. And let me see if, oh no, I was gonna go through it, but that's not gonna be good. Let me wait for this one car to go and then I'm going. Hey, that's a clean car right there. Cool, I'm out of here. All right, so far, I can't see anything. All I see is right in front. Actually, I don't even see in front of the tire. I see on the sides of the tire. It's so crazy that one of their lower end scooters that goes slower than this has a better headlamp, or a better headlight, I should say. This is not good at all. There goes that car. I knew he was a speed racer. I know you're racing out there. It's the weekend. Oh man, oh, they're probably racing each other. Oh, I can't see anything. I legit can't see anything. So at this light right here, I'm gonna have to stop and get this other light turned on, because there's no way you can let both your hands go at the same time. And I'm looking at my speed right now, 31 miles per hour. What? I should be able to go faster than that. Okay, hold on, let me go a little slower because I need to turn this headlight on. There we go. Okay, let me move it up a little bit. Whee! All right. I love the way those Subarus sound, but I would never have one because the motors suck. If you want to make boost, it's gonna blow. Is this someone on rollerblades? Looks like someone's on rollerblades. Oh, he on a little skateboard. But yeah, all right, so this looks cool right here, ladies and gentlemen. The stock lights suck. I'm sorry, Vmax. Don't be mad for me saying that, but you cannot use those daily and if you ride this thing at night. If you're gonna have this thing during the day and you want some lights for people to maybe just kind of have an extra visibility for you, cool, but you can't do anything about those lights. Maybe people are gonna see them at night when you're on the side of the road in the bike lane or wherever you're at, but you personally will not see with that headlight. I'm sorry. That is like one of the worst ones ever. If I had to give it a rating, it would probably be a 1 out of 10. And the website said it was like 60 lumens, which is not that much to begin with either. So very disappointed in that. So you're gonna have to get an aftermarket headlight for this thing to be safe. The brake lights are good though. No complaints with the brake light. Definitely well seen, especially when you actually use the brakes. And it's a cool, like, get around scooter. I'd probably just say you'd want to most likely use it for the day. If you use it at night, already plan on spending an extra like 50 bucks, get a little handlebar style headlight. The one thing I'm just kind of disappointed in right now is the fact that I'm only doing 31 miles an hour. And I'm at 74% right now, which is actually crazy good. We got this hill to come up and I'm doing 29. Still 29 if you guys can see that display. It's pretty bright. But this thing chucks up wherever you need to go. It doesn't have that top speed to stay with traffic. I said that earlier, but it's cool, man. If you have this thing in like New York, if you can have it in there, I'm not exactly sure. I knew the batteries are UL certified, which is a good thing. You need that in New York now because they're like confiscating like everyone that has all these aftermarket batteries that aren't. So that's good on them. So you're not gonna have to worry about a fire being caused on these batteries. And another thing you guys probably didn't know is that it has a 24-month warranty. So if you have any issues, I think they have a location down in Los Angeles, and you can get something like fixed or repaired and they can send something out to you. So, and the cool thing is it's a Swiss company, so you're not sending your money to like China or something like that, which actually I'd say 90% of all the bikes are and scooters are. But this is pretty cool, not too bad. I don't really know how many times I've said that, but I mean, it's a cool little get around thing. Now, I really like the ones like Varla scooters that go 45 miles per hour, but I gotta say, they are huge and they feel huge. When you're on them, you sit a lot like higher. You do feel a little bit more stabilization because you have the big fat tires, but I feel like this thing's a lot more nimble to get around. That's a one clean Evo. I like that. Evo 9s, you don't see those around a lot. Oh, that was a big bump. One thing about this thing, it's not super comfortable compared to something like a Varla or a Apollo scooter. Apollo scooters are very comfortable. I still have not got the break-in procedure on this thing, and I can feel a little bit of cushion to the suspension, but it is not flexing that much. So if you want something a little bit more comfortable, you might want to look elsewhere, but this is a very good like urban commuting in the city, tight street areas where a car is just not really necessary. Long straightaways like this, kind of like my area that I'm doing right now, the lights are so far away from each other. This is still cool for me to get back and forth to work, don't get me wrong, but something else would be a little bit better. Oh, gotta get in the street. Gotta get in the street. We're gonna have to blow this red light. Yep, we're gonna have to do it. I'm not gonna sit here for 5 minutes while this thing changes. We're out of here. We're out of here. Whee! Oh, it's bumpy. It's bumpy over here. I'll pull over here real quick and I'll show you guys how the lights look off of the scooter. Give me a sec. All right, let's come over here. We got a light off to the right-hand side, but over here, it's kind of dark. I mean, there is one over there, but this kind of gives you an idea, and I got to bump that up. One thing about scooters, you cannot let off with one hand and try to adjust stuff. So once it's there, you can't do anything. I just wish this really had a better headlight. Anyways, all right, so if I was to stand far back away from it, if I was in a car, this is very close, by the way. This is less than half a car distance. Those lights aren't bright. I mean, they look good when you're pushing the brakes, like I was saying earlier, but they're not that bright. I love how they're integrated into the scooter though, because it takes away some of the bulkiness to it, you know, it looks integrated. And the headlights look great on the bottom, it's just the output is not much. The output, on like looking at it in person, comes out to right here, and it goes here, and then it goes like this, and you have a lot of light right there. The front wheel's lit up like crazy, but it is not going anywhere past right here, which is sad. That is definitely lighting up a lot more, and I want to say that light is like $60 or $70. You can get cheaper ones on Amazon, but I'll put a link to that one. If I don't, remind me, guys, and I will definitely send it to you in a comment or something like that. And real quick, I want to let you know that we are down to 51%. If I need to get into the custom settings, I can. So user settings, you got your trip distance, you can clear your trip. Oh, I don't want to do that. Background light. Okay, so that's where I can change the dimmer for the screen. I should have fixed that for you guys so you could see a little bit better. I'm gonna leave it on the total brightness because when I get rid of this, I don't want someone to say like, why is the screen so dim? I can't see. And I gotta get out of this mode now. So there's that, and then units, so that's to do kilometers or miles per hour. I changed that already. Speed limit setting, I want to let you guys know, look, this is at 61.4 miles per hour. That's as fast as this thing will go, but it just won't do that. The max speed you're ever going to get is probably 34, maybe 35 if you're like a $125, but I didn't get none of that. And let's exit out of that. And the next thing you have is 0 start setting. So if I don't want to push off start, I could just use throttle only. So let me change that. So you just change it to 0 because normally it's on 1. And then let's do that. And that means, hold on. There you go. So look, I don't even have to push it off anymore. So now it just wants to take off away from me. Cool. All right. I kind of like that, like for me, because I know how to ride these things. But if you're new, don't change that setting. Especially if you have friends that will just mess with your scooters and push the throttle. They will definitely wreck your scooter. So yeah, let's jump off the curb real quick. Ooh, that felt nice and solid. Didn't really feel that plush when landing, but like it felt solid. I didn't hear no like rattle or nothing to the scooter, which is very nice. Woo! If you guys want to buy one, links will be down in the description. It's 10% off, and I highly recommend buying it now, because if you guys are watching this video, I'd say, I don't know, like 6 months down the road, a year down the road, it's probably not gonna be this cheap. Right now it's 1,500 bucks. I feel like that's a pretty good price. But also keep in mind that this is really gonna come in handy if you need to transport it, put it in a car, it's a small car, or you just wanna take it places and you wanna go fast. If you want to spend a little bit more money, you can get a $2,000 scooter, go 45 miles an hour, be a lot more beefier, be more for off-road use, and just tackle a lot more stuff, be more comfortable, better suspension. But it's also going to be a lot more heavier, a lot more bigger, and it might not fit in your car. I have a Tesla Model Y, and I tried to fit the Varla scooter in there, and it was the flagship one, the Eagle One Pro, and it wouldn't fit unless I put like my back seats down, and even then it just didn't fit very good. So something like this would fit in the back of my Model Y without putting the back seats down, so no one would even see it. I can cover it with my little cover, and I think that's pretty cool. That's one selling point of this scooter, and something you guys should think about if you're looking for a compact scooter that's fast. So anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Hopefully you guys like this video, and if you guys stayed to the end, you guys are the true MVPs. And I'll see you when I see you guys. I got 9 days of working in a row. Yes, that's a lot. Don't think I was gonna leave you hanging. So we have 41% left, and I did roughly about 9 to 9.5 miles going back and forth to work. So that's decently okay. When I rode this thing during the day, like when it was a little bit hotter, it was at 54% for 10 miles. So yeah, this says 19 miles. There is no point after the mile, so I don't know if it's 19 miles flat, 19.5 miles, or 19.9 miles, and it's barely about to change to 20. I have no idea. But I got worse range going back and forth to work because we have the overpass to go up, and it's super cold right now. So just keep that in mind. I think this is a good almost 20-mile range scooter if you have it in dual motor and you use the throttle only. So yeah, I mean, if you guys think that's cool for you, going back and forth to work or maybe small group rides, should be perfect.